Yeah, but Mr. Sluka, wasn't it that we were going to transition to, Rosalie was going to stay on for a couple months and transition to new CFO, so there was a seamless...
Well, that was our goal when we were initially interviewing. Yeah.
But, you know, it's somewhat
Well, your
unprofessional that Rosalie Tebbs has not been alerted of this when she's dedicated the last 9 months of coming up here and really, literally saving Long Hill Township.
I had...
and, you know, that she's just being replaced without the opportunity that anyone has spoken to her. I think it's very unprofessional.
Ms. Genovese, I did speak with Rosalie. Mayor Vitarara spoke to me this afternoon. I asked Rosalie not to attend the meeting tonight in lieu of an anticipated change. So I did speak with her briefly before she had left for the evening.
I'm concerned that you guys aren't concerned. That's really what frightens me more than anything else.
Well,
you know, I'll tell you what, I mean, I use the Google too, right? So that's why I wanted a 1-year term. And we also discussed
Did you talk to any of your prior employers?
After 6 months.
Yeah.
And those were the terms
Well,
that I
you can't do that. Did you talk to any of your prior
right
employers? Because our administrator did.
Correct.
Yes.
Excuse me. It's not correct. CFO position could be part-time.
You can always change. One of the exceptions to tenure or an appointment for term is you can always change the parameters of the employment. Now, you can't just do it as a subterfuge. But if truly you're changing the structure of a department from full-time to part-time or part-time to full-time, you can, under those circumstances, replace a tenured CFO or building official or anything else. But as I say, it can't be a subterfuge, but you do have that ability.
So if in 6 months we decide that we don't need a full-time CFO, we could go to a part-time CFO?
That's correct.
Okay.
As long as you have legitimate reasons.
Yeah.
She
You
stated
can't go
herself
hire a new
that
CFO
we probably would
for
not
a
need
full-time position.
CFO.
Right. You can't discharge a full-time CFO saying you're changing the structure of the position and then hire another full-time CFO or one for 34 hours a week.
Exactly.
So,
I would also like to say that in executive session, our administrator, who he and I had interviewed a lot of people last year, was at this interview, conducted it, and also has stated that he strongly does not recommend hiring Suzanne Vietenbrock-Gruber. This is really unfortunate for Long Hill Township.
Well, thank you for your opinion.
I don't know why we can't continue the search for a qualified candidate while we have a CFO who's saving us a lot of money.
Let's agree to disagree. I consider her highly qualified. This is the lady that teaches the CFOs of the state to be certified.
That's wonderful. And there are a lot of good teachers who aren't necessarily qualified at a job, though, to work with other people in departments.
You're correct.
Yes, I know.
I don't agree with that opinion. I've interviewed the lady, and
Do we have a new process by which we interview people now? Because I'm not aware of it as a committee member.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly discovered that the process is constantly changing. But that's why we're going to go with a new
News to me.
CFO. And, you know, it's good for the township. This lady's highly experienced and will be able to help us through the budget process and find out the problems that we are facing.
I would like to go on record saying that this year, we will definitely have problems with our CFO.
Well, that's good. That's a nice welcome to a new CFO.
It's just like a nice kick in the butt to our one who you talked to her about leaving.
I don't think that that's the case. I mean, she resigned in May.
And we rehired her.
Always with the condition that we were going to replace her with a permanent CFO, and that's what we've been doing. We've been interviewing for over almost a year, and we haven't come up with somebody. And so now we've come up with somebody that you know, is an expert in this area, and highly qualified, and I think will serve the township committee and the township very well.
We actually had a lot of qualified people come for the job, but they found out about our little problems here at Long Hill and the disconnect, and it's been difficult to find a CFO. I grant you that, but you know, this goes out of my parameters of an elected official and my duties.
Jack, is there any way that we can contract with this woman to serve for a term of less than 4 years, to appoint her for less than 4 years, or even have her as a contracted employee rather than a township employee?
No, because regardless of the arrangement, she's still the CFO. And that
But that's
has a
true.
statutory...
Every potential candidate for CFO.
And
That's-
tenured position, right?
That's correct. Well, the protected positions are clerk, assessor, collector, CFO.
Mr. Aronio, I appreciate your concern. I'm dead serious about that. And because you have those concerns, that I think should be enough that we should defer in this hiring. If you guys really feel like this is the person, now does not have to be the time.
You guys would like to put it off for?
Yeah, put it off.
Okay, we'll put it off.
Appreciate
In
that.
light of the new information, the four-year appointment in light of the new information that we learned tonight, I think we should put it off and review it again.
Good, we'll put it off then.
Thank you.
In which case, Mrs. Tebb should stay in the other
That's fine.
resolution as the
Absolutely.
CFO pursuant to the resolution appointing her until a successor is appointed.
Yes, thank you.
Actually,
So 029 stays in the consent agenda then? Is there anything else in that?
Wait, hold on a second.